minute, wait. Wait a minute, man. Hold up, y'all. We getting some wild stuff going on here, man. Okay, I need to be over. I actually need to be over here just a little bit more. Still trying to adjust, man. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can you turn this on? I can't see the. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Hold on right here. Alright. Still adjusting. We still adjusting. I don't know. Sometimes I keep this crazy stuff in and sometimes I don't. How y'all doing? I had the I did a video, man, and the focus is somewhere it's not focused on me, so I'm blurred out. Some of y'all probably want me to be blurred out. What's up, YouTube? Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Sometimes I let you see all the bloopers behind the scenes and everything. But serious, man, serious. This is, dude, this human trafficking is a new that's a modern day slavery. If you're making people, human beings, do things that they don't want to do. If you make a person do something and you take their life away, that is not good, man. Everybody should have the right to the pursuit of happiness. Concentrate more on helping people instead of hurting people. With that being said, man, FBI reveals Diddy and ASHTON KUTCHER. And all this time, I thought you was one of the good guys. More people gonna be revealed, man. It's manipulated. I can't even read this stuff, man. Oh my God. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let me know what y'all think about this video, man. I'm doing the best I can. That's all I can say, man. I'm doing the best I can to help people.
So good. You're doing so good.
I just want to say,
Oh man, I just cringe when if I see Puffy around any kid and saying something to you doing so good, get off of her. Don't touch her. Boy, you better be lucky I wasn't in the audience. Well, knowing what I know now, you know, back then we didn't know. I know y'all feel the same way, man. This, y'all know it touches me a little deep right here.
everyone will suffer. Do you remember where it is?
The FBI just dropped some bombshell revelations,
what,
and this
13 or
one has
something?
Diddy and ASHTON Kutcher's names all over it. According to the latest reports,
And that, oh my goodness, check this out. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. I ain't gonna
the
keep
FBI
stopping.
just
Wait a
dropped
minute.
some bombshell revelations, and
Wait a
this
minute,
one
watch
has
this.
Diddy
That guy right there, all three of them, young. All three of them is, y'all, I don't know that dude's name.
Hey guys, thank you for watching our videos. If you want to check out our live channel, the Music Recording Network Live, where we dive deeper into videos that we put up and talk about different things that's going on in the world. You can participate in our chat or you can come on live. You don't even have to show your face. Go to our live channel, subscribe, voice your opinion, because we would like to hear from you and help us come up with solutions. Now, let's continue on with this video.
But he did an interview with Justin Bieber. I think that's the same person. I'm almost sure it's the same person. You know, everybody's starting to look alike to me. But you got to watch him too, man. We need to look him up. Y'all let me know in the comments, what is this guy's name? I need to look him
and
up.
ASHTON Kutcher's names all over it. According to the latest reports, the two allegedly manipulated actress Dave Chase, yes, Samara from The Ring, into some shady behind-the-scenes dealings for their secret freak-off parties. The details are wild, the connections are messy, and y'all are not ready for what's coming next. Alright, so check this out. Dave Chase, born July 24th, 1990 in Vegas, was pretty much destined for the spotlight. She grew up in Oregon, and from the jump, you could tell this girl had that performer vibe. By 7 years old, she was already out here auditioning. Now, her parents definitely played a part in putting her on that path, but let's be real, Davey had that natural drive too. She started off doing commercials and local theater gigs, not even knowing her big break was right around the corner. Once she started auditioning in LA, it was game on.
What are we gonna do?
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 Things popped off quick. She got into voice acting for animated cartoons, and here's the kicker. She's literally the voice of Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. She was a big deal back then. Honestly, if we had social media back in the day, her name would probably still be buzzing today. 𝗟𝗡𝗡's career didn't stop with animation. This girl was out here showing range. She popped up in TV classics like Charmed and ER, proving she could hold her own in live action too. But her real big screen moment came in 2001, when she starred in Donnie Darko as Samantha Darko. That movie is a cult classic, and her role really put her on the map. She even came back to reprise the role in 2009. But before we get into that, we have to talk about 2002 and her game-changing role in The Ring. At just 12 years old, her performance was straight up haunting. She became an icon in horror cinema after that. It's impossible to think about scary movies from that era and not think about Samara. Even though she was young, her talent had everybody talking, and little me hiding under the covers. Over the years, 𝗟𝗡𝗡 kept switching it up, diving into all kinds of roles, and even music for a bit. It's giving Hollywood powerhouse in the making. She revisited her Donnie Darko role in 2009, but then things got quiet for a while. She didn't pop back up until 2016 with American Romance, a low-budget thriller about a serial killer. Critics weren't feeling it, though. They called it dull and just plain gross. American Romance was 𝗟𝗡𝗡's last major leading role, and since then, her acting career seems to have hit pause. That's got people wondering if she quietly stepped away from Hollywood altogether. Honestly, though, making it as far as she did after starting as a child star, that's already a big win. Most don't get that far. But now 𝗟𝗡𝗡's name is back in the spotlight after all these years, and not for the best reasons. It's all tied to some messy Diddy and ASHTON KUTCHER headlines. There's this video that's been resurfacing from the 2003 MTV Music Awards, where Diddy is seen inviting a 13-year-old 𝗟𝗡𝗡 to an after-party. Yeah, that kind of party.
13.
And let's be real, the words Diddy and party in the same sentence, these days people automatically think freak-offs. Anyway, in the clip, Diddy approaches 𝗟𝗡𝗡 after she wins Best Villain for her role in The Ring and casually asks if she wants to hit up an after-party. At first glance, it might seem harmless, like he's just being playful. But now, knowing what we know about the allegations against Diddy, including that horrifying lawsuit claiming he assaulted a 13-year-old girl just 3 years before that event, it's a whole different story. Like, if 𝗟𝗡𝗡 did go to that party, what on earth could have gone down? This is beyond concerning, and honestly, the whole situation feels hella dark. Now that Diddy's lawsuits are piling up, this old video is hitting different. Social media is buzzing, and people are straight up disgusted, calling the interaction sick and gross. Like, why is a grown man hyped about asking a literal child to an after party? The whole vibe is weird. One person said, WTF, who asks a 13-year-old to an after party? Plus, ASHTON always gave me weird vibes, like the clean-cut guy that has a dark side, psycho type of shit. 𝗟𝗡𝗡 was such a talented actress with an impressive lineup of roles, and now people are hoping she was protected from whatever could have gone down that night. Here's the thing, 𝗟𝗡𝗡 is an adult now, but she's kept quiet about this video and her experiences with Diddy. Still, the creepy nature of that invite has folks revisiting the culture of Hollywood parties, especially how young stars were treated back in the day. Influencer or celeb-adjacent events can get shady real fast. We've all seen parties with minors showing up with their parents, and it's just weird. Like, why are they even here? Sure, the mom might be standing in the corner sipping a drink, but it still feels off. And that's with a chaperone. Now imagine a Hollywood party where some moms might be off mingling with the grown folks, leaving their teenage kids to fend for themselves. That's the vibe this Diddy video gives. It's wild to think this whole situation played out in front of the world, on TV, and nobody batted an eye back then. Knowing what allegedly went on at Diddy's after parties makes this even nastier. People have every right to feel outraged, especially considering how young and vulnerable 𝗟𝗡𝗡 was at the time. But Diddy isn't the only weirdo in this case. ASHTON is too. People have spoken and the comment sections are flooded online. Not only Diddy, but they should investigate ASHTON too. You see, ASHTON KUTCHER is like controversy central with these guys. He's been catching heat left and right, especially after this old interview popped up where he's hyping up Diddy's parties, saying they were the best of his life but being all cryptic about what went down. Oh, and let's not forget, guests had to sign NDAs that apparently banned them from talking until 20 years after Diddy dies. Like, what's even happening at these parties that needs that level of secrecy? ASHTON's messy history doesn't help either. People are mad about how, back when he was 19, he kissed a 14-year-old Mila Kunis on set without asking, because Danny Masterson bet him $20. And let's not even get into that old video of him talking about Hilary Duff and the Olsen twins turning 18.
Duff is in Lizzie McGuire. She also has an album out. She's going to be in a movie called Cheaper by the Dozen. And she's one of the girls that we're all waiting for to turn 18. Along with the Olsen twins. Any 15-year-old.
Hilary Duff. Fast forward now, Ashton's name is being dragged into this resurfaced story about Diddy inviting a 12-year-old 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦 Chase to his parties. Like, what even is this connection? But let's switch gears because 𝗟𝗡𝗡's own story is just as wild. Things took a turn after her career slowed down. She starred in this movie, American Romance, that flopped hard, and by 2017, her life started unraveling. In August of that year, she got arrested for drug possession, which hinted at deeper struggles. Then in November, things got even darker when she was questioned about a man's death. She wasn't charged, but she was arrested for an unrelated warrant. Oh, and let's talk about the joyriding situation, because apparently that's still a thing. She got a felony charge for taking someone's car without permission. Like, girl, what is going on? Then in 2018, she kept racking up charges, including possession and skipping court dates, which led to warrants being issued for her arrest. It's honestly sad to see how far she's fallen. From being a child star in major movies to this spiral of legal troubles, it just makes you wonder what really went on behind the scenes all these years. 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦 Chase's story is such a sad, complicated one. It's clear that her struggles are heavily tied to addiction. Like, honestly, this girl needed rehab and support, not jail time. Since all this went down, she's pretty much disappeared from the public eye. No red carpets, no paparazzi photos, and her social media has been completely silent since 2017. It's like she just vanished, and no one really knows where she is or how she's doing. This whole situation really highlights how dangerous fame can be for young stars. Hollywood doesn't exactly do a great job of protecting kids in the industry, and 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗟's story is just another example of how things can go left. She was working non-stop as a kid, and when the roles dried up, it seems like real life hit her hard. Fame 1 minute, forgotten the next. It's a brutal cycle. Now get this, someone actually reached out on Instagram claiming they were friends with 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗟 and had all this inside tea about what's been going on with her. They were like, oh, I have juicy details, let's talk. But then, nothing. Crickets. The most recent clip we've seen of her is heartbreaking. She clearly didn't want to be filmed, and you can tell she's not in a great place. People really need to respect boundaries, especially when someone's obviously struggling. Seeing her like that is such a harsh reminder of how far things have spiraled. Her story makes you wonder, was she just so consumed by the demands of being a child star that she never really got the chance to grow into adulthood? Like, no normal school, no regular friendships, no time to figure out who she was outside of acting. That kind of environment can seriously mess with your development. And when the fame stops, you're left to deal with life without the tools you need to cope. Addiction is a broader issue for sure, but the child star factor definitely complicates things. If 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗟 ever wanted to tell her story, it'd be so powerful. Like, can you imagine the insight she'd bring? Hopefully she's okay wherever she is, and maybe one day she'll share her side of what really happened. As for Diddy and ASHTON, things are not looking great of them either. Diddy and ASHTON KUTCHER are both catching heat, but Diddy's situation is on another level right now. ASHTON is facing backlash for his past comments and actions, like that cringy interview resurfacing where he praised Diddy's infamous parties, saying they were the best of his life but hinting at how wild they were while staying vague. But in comparison, ASHTON's controversies are small potatoes compared to what Diddy's dealing with. Diddy is...
And just to add to that, I remember a couple of interviews he kept saying, hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Well, I can't talk about that. Well, I'm gonna tell you about this story, and I can't talk about that either. And that just brings more awareness. You bring in, and that's what they do. It's time for, you got to bring awareness to yourself, but in a good way. And it's funny, man. Fake news brings views. The lies and cheating brings views. Then you have a channel like ours who we try our best to strive on bringing you facts and bringing you real. No clickbait. Clickbait brings views, but we don't do that, and we sitting here suffering. So hit that subscribe button, hit that bell.
The situation is on another level right now.
Out.
ASHTON is facing backlash for his past comments and actions, like that cringy interview resurfacing where he praised Diddy's infamous parties, saying they were the best of his life but hinting at how wild they were while staying vague. But in comparison, ASHTON's controversies are small potatoes compared to what Diddy's dealing with. Diddy is buried under a mountain of lawsuits and allegations that paint a much darker picture. From accusations of abuse and exploitation to claims about his infamous parties where NDAs lock down secrets tighter than a vault, his reputation is unraveling fast. The sheer number of lawsuits and the severity of the claims make it clear that Diddy's not just facing a PR nightmare. This is a legal storm that could derail his entire legacy. If these allegations hold any weight, we're looking at serious consequences, not just for his career, but potentially his freedom too. What do you think? Is Diddy going to end up behind bars for life? And was 𝗟𝗡𝗡 perhaps really at one of his freak-off parties? Let us know about it down in the comment section. And before you go, make sure to check this video out too.
For everyone who says, you shouldn't be wishing for, I'm just going to say a man, because I'm colorblind. You shouldn't be wishing for any man to go down. But most of the people say it to me. They say, you should, shame on you. You shouldn't be wishing for a black man to go down. I'm not wishing for anybody to go down, period. I'm wishing for justice. I don't care if it's a female. I don't care if it's a daggone dog who did something he had no business doing, or a cat. I'm looking for 100% justice. If these 120 cases, they prove in the court of law that these 120 people, along with the other 5 that's in with other lawyers, did not do what they said they did, if they can prove that, he should walk. That's all I'm saying. But it sure is funny how we don't know a lot of the answers, right? We don't know what they got on them tapes. We don't know. The lawyers and stuff know more than we do. And it sure is funny how 4 times? 3 I done lost count. No bail, no bail, no bail, no bail, no bail, no bail. It sure is funny they ain't giving him bail. As soon as I mentioned something about, I really think he should get bail, in my comment section, they jumped all over me. I'm going to unsubscribe because I made a mistake and said, well, I think he should so he can honestly defend himself while he lose. I feel as though, man, come on. This court, y'all know the court system don't get it right all the time. Y'all know this. Should put Diddy on the stand. Dude, did you mean to tell me you ain't mess with none of these people? None of them. Hook a lie detector while a lie detector test is hooked up to him. All these people lying. You think not one of them is telling the truth? And watch the lie detector test. That's all you got to do. Nah, nobody want to do it that way. They want to do all this bull. Sick of us. Sick of the bull, man. Sick of it. Ready to... Where the kids at? Government. Letting people come across the border. Why are they coming to our border in the first place? I know why. Because it's so easy to get in. They promised these people the story, the fake story of the rich and famous, the fairy tale story. They promised these people the story, and they come all the way up and realize, man, this story, they don't lie. Then they push them over. I could not believe they just throwing the people over the wall and running. I don't care if they broke, I think they said they broke the little baby foot or leg or something. They don't even care. Oh my God. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.